It was supposed to be the night that made him at Manchester United. Instead, it ended up being the peak of a 17-year stay at the club that officially ended this week. There were no surprises when United announced the release of 7 players yesterday, though there was a slight feeling of sorrow at the confirmation that Axel Tuanzebe's time was up. Tuanzebe joined United at the age of 8, captaining the club at every level, including the first team, when he donned the armband against Rochdale, the town he had been brought up in since moving from the Democratic Republic of Congo. In his time at the club, he won the Young Player of the Year award and the Reserve Team Player of the Year award. There was also the time he broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to individually clear a game of Hungry Hungry Hippos while on United's preseason tour 5 years ago. Tuanzebe had always been highly rated throughout his time at United and notably earned huge praise from José Mourinho after his first team debut in a 2017 FA Cup game against Wigan. "You can play for 90 minutes or 1 minute. Sometimes 1 minute is enough," Mourinho said. "With Axel, 10 minutes is enough. The potential is there, you see it immediately. You know him better than me because you've known him for a few years, but if anyone sees him for the first time, 10 minutes is enough to see the potential." Despite his enormous potential, he was stuck in an awkward limbo. He was at the age where he was too good for youth team football but not yet ready to make his mark on the United first team. In pursuit of playing time, he departed on loan to Aston Villa, a move that would ignite his career. The first spell was cut short by injury, the sorry story of his career so far. But in the second spell the following season, he was immense. Tuanzebe played a key role for Dean Smith's side as they won the playoff final to return to the Premier League. His reward was the chance he longed for in a United shirt as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer promoted him to the first team. It was then that he captained the team against Rochdale, still the proudest moment of his career. But he would only make 10 appearances across the entire campaign as injuries once again took their toll. Tuanzebe would spend 10 months on the sidelines, before returning with arguably his finest moment in a United shirt. Tuanzebe was thrown back into the lineup for United's trip to Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League group stage after just 2 weeks training, and produced a masterclass to nullify Kylian Mbappe as his side recorded another famous win. The United Academy graduate hardly put a foot wrong throughout the match and relished the opportunity to prove himself against the best in the game, clearly proving that he had what it took to play at the highest level. The lasting memory was his tackle on Mbappe, who looked to be clean through on goal when he raced away down the left flank, but seemingly out of nowhere, Tuanzebe burst into frame to close down the space and effortlessly shrugged his opponent to the ground. It was such a rare sight that Neymar was booked for his protests, so sure was he that no defender would be able to reduce the French superstar in such a manner. To be honest, Tuanzebe, has been unbelievable today, against some of the best players in the world. Neymar and Mbappe, David De Gea glowed afterwards. He did really well, I'm really happy for him. He's had difficult moments with the injuries, so he showed today that he is capable of playing big games. He would sign a new contract at the end of the season, but few would have predicted that his appearance in the Europa League final defeat to Villarreal would be his last for the club. In search of more game time, he returned to Villa once again, but after mentor Smith was sacked and replaced by Steven Gerrard, his chances began to dry up. Another failed loan move to Napoli followed, where he managed just 2 appearances before he was sidelined once again by injury, a recurring theme that has plagued his professional career. He joined Championship club Stoke late on deadline day last season in search of regular minutes, but only played 5 times. Tuanzebe's brother and representative, Dimitri, was at United's Carrington training complex in April to seek clarification on his future, not that he needed it. United have been guilty of making sentimental decisions in the past, and while there is still a lot of respect for Tuanzebe, it wouldn't have done anyone any good by fueling false hope and giving him another deal. Tuanzebe fully justified those hopes of one day becoming a club great, and with a little more injury luck, he just might have done so. Reluctantly, it is time for United to say au revoir. We'll always have Paris.